What's up guys, this is David with Joe's Gaming and Electronics here with another highly requested video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to replace the Studio 2 wireless left hinge. That's the hinge that says wireless. So let's get into it. So this hinge is actually not broken. It still works, but it's scratched up. I'm still going to replace it just for the sake of the video. Here's my new hinge. Good condition. So to begin, we will be replacing this left muff by prying it up and removing just like that. Next, we will be unscrewing the speaker. Pull the speaker out, and you can remove this little thing here, the MS port, and unsolder the speaker just like that. Okay, so now we want to remove this tape that's covering all these wires here. Remove the tape. Now there's this sticker here that you would need to remove. And unscrew this screw here. Just like that. Now we will be pulling this speaker housing just like this. So notice that these wires are still kind of holding this. We'll move it kind of to the side so we can have access to these screws and unscrew these 4 silver screws. Alright, so once we got that unscrewed, we can remove this tab here that says left, right? And just by prying it up from the side, just like that. And lift up this inside panel, and you can see that there's wires here that you can unclip. Go ahead and unclip these. And this last one probably won't unclip for you because it's glued in place, but so it's a red and black one, you can just kind of pull it, still give it a little bit of room so you don't rip it while you slide this hinge or this panel out. Alright, so this little wire here, you don't have to take it apart or pull it out, so we'll just keep that in there. So now there's 4 screws here that you also need to unscrew. Alright, now we can pull this board out and pull this little piece out, just like that. Now there's this piece of tape you can peel off. And now we will need to unsolder every single one of these little points and all these wires. So they're covered by a protective layer that you will need to take off. Little layer of plastic or some sort. Alright. So now we will be unsoldering every single one of these points on this board. I would recommend writing down the order of all these wires. Once we got the little covers or the little plastic stuff off the points, we'll be unsoldering all these wires. Alright, so the board is unsoldered. Put that to the side, and now we will need to bend this hinge and unscrew these two screws with a T5 screwdriver, which we also sell at our store. And now we can bend that back and pull out. And just pull all these wires out. Okay, so that's the old hinge. I'm going to install this hinge now. So we will be putting these wires through. Just push them all through. Last one, there we go. And just slide that hinge all the way back up. Put these T5 screws back in. And now we can make sure this hinge folds properly. And at this point we will solder on all these wires back on. So make sure none of these points are touching. Alright, so now I'll just solder on the board. Start with the black wire, and I go black, red, yellow, and blue. Make sure your solder points are good and strong, so you can kind of wiggle this around, make sure they don't pop off. Move on to this red wire. Next is the yellow one. And finally, the blue one. Alright, we have all the wire solder back on. Now we grab this outside panel. Make sure this little blue rubber piece is on, and you put this little MS port down into that circle groove. Now you place the board back onto the panel and screw on these black screws back where they belong. Alright, so once you got the board screwed on, make sure these wires are tucked under the board, just like that. And now we can, at this point we can clip these wires in. So this little speaker wire goes right here, and this aux port wire just clips in right here at the bottom of the board. And now place the hinge on the outside panel like that, and slide the inside up just like this. So pull these wires up a little bit. Screw on this panel back on, so that's 4 silver screws. Alright, now align this housing with the panel, just like that, and screw on this little center screw. Place a sticker over it. Alright, now we'll be pushing in this rubber all the way around. I like to go from the front, just push it in. Shouldn't be very difficult. If it is, then you don't have all the little rubber rivets aligned with the housing. You can also pull it with your nails or something from the opposite side. Alright, so that looks good. It's placed in. Now what we will be doing is soldering on the speaker back on. So the way it goes is white goes to negative and the red goes to the positive on the speaker. Just like that. And we'll be putting this little MS port back in and weigh the speaker down and screw it back on. Okay, now we have the speaker screwed on. Grab the old muff. You can remove this old tape. Grab the new sticker and apply it on the muff. Remove the top layer and install this muff. Finally, there's this tab left. The way you install it is you slide one side in, make sure it's flat, and this end you just push it down. Boom. There you go. That's it for a Studio 2 wireless left hinge replacement. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. If you guys need any parts, we do sell them at www.joesge.com. Thanks for watching.